Let me give you an example. I was at a Catholic high school giving a pro-life presentation, and I could tell there was a girl in the back who was not happy that I was there, and she's folding her arms and sneering, and so at the end I said, "Does anyone have any questions?" And her hand goes up, and so I call on her, and here's her question: "Mr. Horn, what gives you the right to tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies? I mean, I don't like abortion, but I don't go around shoving my beliefs down people's throats like you do." Now, when people kind of come at us in attack mode, there's two extremes. Some of us are velvet glove. We say, "I'm not shoving my beliefs. I just want people to understand. I didn't mean to offend you." There's velvet glove, and then there's iron fist. I'm not pushing anything on anyone. It's people like you who push these beliefs on little babies that are the problem. Velvet glove, iron fist, there's something in the middle here. So instead, I asked her a question. Instead of even giving an answer, what gives you the right to do this? I asked her a question. And you can always ask one of two questions when you're in a conversation with someone. Those are, what do you think, and why do you think that? A lot of times when we just ask those questions, what do you think, and why do you think that, we can get the person to see maybe they don't have a good reason for what they believe. What do you think I asked this young girl? Here's what she said again. "Mr. Horn, what gives you the right to tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies? I don't like abortion, but I don't go around shoving my beliefs down people's throats like you do." What do you think I asked her? I'll give you a hint. It starts with why. Why not? Well, here's what I asked her. I'll call her Kelsey. Kelsey, can I ask you a question? You said you don't like abortion. Why? Why don't you like abortion? She said, "Well, isn't it obvious?" I said, "Well, pretend I'm like a 5-year-old. I'd never heard of this before. Like, how would you explain it to me?" She said, "Well, it's taking a life out of the world." I said, "Okay. Help me a little bit more. When you say take a life out of the world, what do you mean? Like, if I step on a spider, is that abortion? I took a life out of the world." She said, "Well, no, obviously it's taking a human life, but I can't tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies." I said, "Okay. Well, Kelsey, help me, and you see the Columbo here. Help me to put all this together. This doesn't quite make sense to me. You're saying you don't like abortion because it takes a human life out of the world. By that, I think you mean it kills a small human being. But you can't tell women that they can't kill small human beings. I don't see how that connects. Can you help me see maybe what I'm missing?" And then all the other students turn around and look at Kelsey, and she says, "Well, sure, it sounds bad when you put it that way." I said, "Well, I didn't put it that way. You did. I'm just trying to see where you're coming from." So notice what I'm doing in this conversation. I'm connecting, and all I had to do was ask questions to get her to see what she believes and to see that maybe she hasn't fully thought it through.